Tiger Stadium in Detroit, Michigan. This is Kurt Berglund with Pine Tar Tournament Great Teams Baseball updates and Game 4 between the 1980 Kansas City Royals and the 1968 Detroit Tigers. The series right now, Tigers 2 games, Royals 1 game, and the Royals have an uphill battle ahead of them, which we'll talk about in just a minute. First, let's look at the tournament to this point. In the National League bracket, we have the Phillies and the 65 Dodgers, with the Phillies moving on 3-1. These are all best-of-5 series. 71 Pirates, 86 Mets. The 86 Mets moved on. The 85 Cardinals and the 79 Expos. The 79 Expos moved on 3-1. And the 84 Cubs and 75 Reds. The 75 Reds moved on 3-1. All of the National League Round 1 series, 3-1. Round 2, we finished 1 series so far. The 64 Phillies swept the 86 Mets, 3-0. Game 5 is tomorrow between the 79 Expos and the 75 Reds. They are tied 2 games apiece. In the American League, the 74 A's and the 67 Red Sox faced off. The 74 A's took it in 5, 3-2. The 76 Yankees and the 83 White Sox, with the 76 Yankees winning 3-1. The 68 Tigers and the 70 Orioles was won by the 68 Tigers in 5 extremely tough games, as you might expect, 3-2. And the 87 Twins and the 80 Royals, also a very tough series, taken by the 80 Royals 3-2. Today, Game 4 between the 68 Tigers and the 80 Royals. Yesterday, we played the 74 A's and the 76 Yankees in Game 4. The A's won it to stay alive. They will go to Game 5 as well in that series. This one's going to go 4 between the Tigers and the Royals. And the Royals have an uphill battle. They lost 2 of the first 3 games in the series. Probably an underdog in the series to begin with. They lost 2 of the first 3. And to win this series, they must beat Denny McLain today and Mickey Lolich if there is a Game 5. Gonna be tough. However, they can do it. They've stayed alive this far. I would say a mild upset in beating the 87 Twins. And they have given the Tigers some very, very close games in this one so far. Let's look at the lineups for today. Leading off in center field is Willie Wilson for the Royals. Batting second, and this is an issue, Hal McRae in left field. Hal McRae in left field today. He's normally, of course, their designated hitter. Oop, lost my pencil. Very bad. Very bad. Okay. Let's get that all set to go and continue with the lineups. Okay. Batting third, George Brett playing third. Broke up a no-hitter, 2 outs in the 9th inning against Earl Wilson of the Tigers in Game 2. Of course, Brett hit .390 in 1980. Willie Aikens batting fourth and playing first base for the Royals today. Amos Otis batting fifth and playing right field. Darrell Porter batting sixth and doing the catching. Frank White playing second base, batting seventh. And UL Washington batting eighth and playing shortstop. The pitcher for the Royals today, Larry Gura. As you can see, his Pine Tar rating, an A and an A+ on the road, which is where he is. All right, for the Tigers, homestanding Detroit Tigers, leading off and playing second base, Dick McAuliffe. Batting second against the left-hander, Gura is Mickey Stanley playing center field. Al Kaline batting third and playing right field. Bill Freehan batting fourth, doing the catching for Detroit. Willie Horton batting fifth and playing left field. Norm Cash batting sixth and playing first base. Don Wirt batting seventh and playing third base. Ray Oyler batting eighth and playing shortstop. And on the mound, 31-game winner Denny McLain. He is an A and a B at home, as you can see for his pitching rating. All right. We're ready to get going. Pine tar rolling. The green die is the indicator die. Tells if it's an odd result, we read the red die first and in the tens column and the white die in the ones column. If it's an even result, like a 4, we read the blue die as the tens and the white die as the ones. Here we go with Willie Wilson leading off against Denny McLain. That's a 94, and that's lifted to left field for Willie Horton, who strolls over and makes the catch for out number 1 in the first inning. Royals must win to stay alive in this tournament. Hal McRae stands in against McLain. Lifted in the air to center field, Mickey Stanley, the best in the business in 1968 in the American League, makes the play. That's 1 down. Or 2 down. Sorry, and here comes George Brett, the hero of the 1980 Royals. And that's a 38, and he draws a walk. McLain walks Brett with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Willie Aikens, the slugging first baseman of the 1980 Royals. This is a 39. That's ball 2 because McLain has a rating of an A. And this one's hit deep. Willie Aikens just went deep to right field. It's in the upper deck on the overhang. Elvis has left the building. It's 2-0 Royals in the first inning. They're doing what they can to stay alive in this tournament. Amos Otis stands in. The Royals miss the DH. Are they going to get away with McRae in left field? We'll see. And this one is a ground ball to second taken by McAuliffe. He's going to flip to Cash. But the Royals do what they have to do, and they get an early 2-0 lead against Denny McLain. Larry Gura coming out on the mound, the sinker baller, and I put sinker ball in quotes, for Gura, pitching against Dick McAuliffe, leading off the ball game. Tigers can come back. Very explosive team. McAuliffe draws a walk to lead off the Tiger first inning. Mickey Stanley, the center fielder, and sometimes shortstop of the 68 Tigers. Pitch to him, 37. He strikes out against Gura. 1 down in the first. Kaline, the Hall of Famer, 3,000 hit guy. Oop, dropped a die. That's bad. That's very bad. Kaline stands in against Gura. That's a 64. That's a ground ball to second. That's White. Flips to Washington. And that's all they're going to get due to the hard slide by Dick McAuliffe. Kaline reaches first on the force play. And with 2 outs, it's Bill Freehan, an MVP candidate for sure in 1968. Pitch from Gura is a 71 lifted in the air to right field. That's Amos Otis, who's going to make the play, and that will retire the Tigers in the first. We go to the second inning, and it's Royals 2, Tigers nothing. In Game 4, a must-win for the Royals. Mickey Lolich is waiting to see if he'll be pitching tomorrow. Darrell Porter against McLain. Hit hard. Way back. Right field. Upper deck. Overhang. Gone. Elvis has left the building one more time. And it's 3-0 Royals on unexpected power from their lineup. 3-0 Kansas City. Denny McLain not showing his 31-game winning stuff. Pitch to White. The second baseman lifted in the air to left. Horton is back a few steps, but will make the play, and that's one down in the second. UL Washington, no sign of the toothpick. Stands in against McLean. Larry Gura is on deck. Trouble. Hit down the line. That's going to hit the left field corner, and that's going to be collected by Horton, but not before UL Washington has himself a double. And with one out, the Royals have another man in scoring position for Gura. Not an accomplished bunter, not an accomplished hitter. What are they going to do here? They're going to let him swing away against McLean. Hit in the air to center. Center fielder. Mickey Stanley makes the catch. Washington will hold at second. And with two outs, it's Willie Wilson with Washington still on second base. Potential fourth run for Kansas City early in this one. Pitch to Willie. Ball four, he walked him. McLean's vaunted control not serving him well with two walks in an inning and 2/3 so far. There's been at first and second with Hal McRae. Normally the Royals DH, but the left fielder in this game, because there is no DH in Detroit because they didn't have one in 1968, so lots going on here, lots to look at, lots to think about. It's Washington on second, Wilson on first, tons of speed on the bases. 3-0 Royals already, and McRae at the plate with two outs. Brett is in the on-deck circle. This one is hit in the air to center. Stanley back to the track, and he makes the catch. The Tigers escape with only one run scored, but the Royals carry a 3-0 lead to the bottom of the second. Larry Gura back on the mound. Willie Horton steps in. Batting fifth, the Tiger left fielder going to try and get something started here in the bottom of the second. Plenty of time for the Tigers. Fly ball left field. McRae in a few steps, and he'll make the grab. One down in the second. Norm Cash, the slugging first baseman for the Tigers, strikes out. Called third against Gura, and Don Wirt, will stand in. Two outs, nobody on for the Tiger third baseman. And he strikes out, swinging on a Gura sinker, and I say that in quotes. With 3 up and 3 down, the Tigers fail to score in the second. It's 3-0 Royals as we go to the third. It'll be Brett, Akins, and Otis for the Royals. George Brett hammers one on the ground to short, but that's Ray Oyler. He does his thing and throws across to Cash for out number 1. Willie Akins homered in the first, a 2-run bomb to give the Royals an early lead. The pitch to Willie is hit on the ground to third. That's Wirt. He throws to Cash. Maybe McLean is riding the ship here. Otis is 0 for 1. He stands in against Denny McLean. And Amos hits one in the air to center, but it's not deep. Mickey Stanley will come in a few steps and make the play for out number 3. McLean with his first 3 up, 3 down inning. It's Royals 3, Tigers nothing after 2.5 innings in Detroit. Ray Oyler, a controversial selection to play in Game 4. He hit 135 in 1968. The pitch to Ray is an error chance. An error check for the Royals. Oyler hit a line drive. Nobody can believe it. Smashed back to Gura. He drops the ball. He fumbles the ball. Euler is going to be safe. And an error will be charged to the Royals pitcher. Denny McLain will bat with Euler on first and nobody out in the Tiger third inning. McLain, a good bunter. Let's bring his card up here for you. He will be asked to sacrifice. He squares around. He gets it down. It is a good bunt towards Akins. Akins will flip to White, and the sacrifice is complete as Euler moves up to second base. McLain does his job, and the Tiger fans appreciate his efforts. All right, the pitch to McAuliffe with Euler on second base. Dick McAuliffe, the leadoff man for the Tigers, walked in the first. The pitch to Dick is hit on the ground to short. UL Washington. Euler holds. Washington throws to Akins, and there's 2 down for Stanley, with Euler camped on second base. 2 out, Stanley with Kaline on deck. Euler takes his lead. Gura checks him. The pitch to Mickey. Is a strike 3 swinging. He got him. Gura with a clutch pitch to get himself out of a little bit of trouble in the third. That's it for the Tigers. No runs, no hits, 1 error, but it didn't cost the Royals anything. We go to the fourth. It's Kansas City 3, Detroit nothing. On the corner of Michigan and Trumbull, Porter homered in the second. He leads off. White is on deck. UL Washington will follow. The pitch to Darrell is a line drive. Base hit. Left field, he goes the other way. Charlie Lau at work. Horton collects the ball and throws it back in. Porter holds with a single. White stands in. Nobody out. White's 0 for 1. He flew out to Horton. Back in the second. The pitch from McLain. A comebacker. A comebacker to Denny. He whirls and throws to Euler for 1. The return throw to Cash in time for a double play on the comebacker. 2 down. UL Washington stands in. Gura is on deck. They'd love to clear the pitcher. Washington doubled in the second. We have a rare play. Rare play. What happened? What has happened? Ball 2. That's all there is. Ball 2 to UL. Next pitch to McLain. Hit in the air to right field. This one is taken by Al Kaline in a few steps, and that will retire the Royals in the fourth. Turns out to be a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth with the 1980 Royals leading a game they must have to stay alive in this tournament, 3-0. Kaline, Freehan, and Horton, 3 righty mashers, the heart of the Tiger order, due up here in the fourth. And Al Kaline drills 1. And that is that's a walk. That's a walk. He drilled it oh, no, he didn't. He drilled a base hit. I'm looking at the wrong column. That's a base hit for Kaline. A base hit for Kaline. He is aboard with a single. And Freehan will come to the plate. 1 out, or nobody out. Kaline aboard with a leadoff single. Royals can't breathe easy. Every out is big. Pitch to Freehan. Hit him. Hit him with a pitch. 2 on. Now for the Tigers, there's nobody out. Jim Fry in the Royals dugout wondering what this game is that they're playing out there. Coming to bat, Willie Horton, Tiger slugger. Hit 285 and slugged 543 in 1968. There's nobody out. Kaline's on second. Freehand's on first. The pitch to Willie. Hit in the air to right field. Otis will make the play towards the line. Kaline will hold at second, and Cash will be up. Kaline retreats to second base. Freehand still on first. There's one man out. Cash at the plate. He struck him out on a Gura sinker. Second strikeout for Cash today. There's 2 outs. Don Wirt needs to come through in the clutch. The Tigers put 2 on with nobody out, and they have not scored yet. Wirt struck out against Gura back in the second inning. The pitch to Don. Ground ball, shortstop. UL Washington gloves it. Goes the short way to White, and Gura escapes trouble unbelievably in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the 5th. The 80 Royals leading the 68 Tigers, and Denny McLain 3-0. Larry Gura, Willie Wilson, and Hal McRae will be up this inning for the Royals. The pitch to Gura, he strikes him out swinging. That's 1 down. Willie Wilson stands in against McLain. 326 on the year for Willie. He walked him. You do not want to walk Willie Wilson. That's Wilson's second walk on the day. He is a threat to steal. McRae coming up. Freehand's arm is a 0. McRae coming up. Let's see if they send Willie. There's one man out. Wilson on first. McRae up. McLain to the belt. He checks Wilson. Long pause. There goes Willie. The pitch. Taken by Freehand. The throw down. They got him. Bill Freehand just threw out Willie Wilson at second base on an attempted steal. The throw to McAuliffe, who made the tag, and there's 2 men out. Hal McRae still in there with an 0-1 count. 0 for 2 today for Hal. He walks McRae. There's 1 man on with 2 outs. Brett coming to the plate with McRae on first, 2 outs. George Brett, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored on the day. The pitch from McLain. Ground ball short, taken by Euler, who will flip to McAuliffe, and that will retire the Royals in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home. 80 Royals, 3, 68 Tigers, nothing. Tempting here. Tempting to pinch hit for Euler, but they're not going to. Ray is 0 for 1 on the day. McLain is on deck. McAuliffe in the hole. The pitch to Ray Euler. Ground ball of hit in the air to right. That'll get Otis coming in. 1, 2, 3 steps, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Denny McLain stands in. Denny sacrificed Euler to second base in his only plate appearance back in the 3rd. The pitch from Gura to McLain. Hit in the air to left, softly. In comes McRae, and even he can make this play. There's 1 down, or 2 down, for the Tigers in the 5th. Dick McAuliffe, the leadoff man, is 0 for 1 with a walk against Gura today. And Dick we're the 3rd time through the order. So Gura's rating goes up to an A+. And that is a ground ball to second, taken by White, who flips to Akins, and that will retire the Tigers in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Still, Kansas City 3, Detroit nothing, in a must-win for the 1980 Royals. McLean back on the bump. It's Akins, Otis, and Porter for the Royals in the top of the 6th. Willie draws a walk. Those dreaded walks. Denny McLain's control has not been pinpoint. Today, that's Denny's 1, 2, 3, 4th walk. 5th walk on the day. Amos Otis stands in. Nobody out. Akins on first. Pitch to Amos. He strikes out on a McLean changeup. 1 down. Porter, 2 for 2 today. A homer, solo shot, and a single. Akins takes his lead off first base. It's about a step and a half. The pitch to Darrell. Porter with a chopped on the infield. Euler makes the play. He gloves it, flips to Akins. No, that's not right. I'm sorry. He throws across to Cash. Akins will advance to second. Porter is out on the infield grounder. Akins advances to second with 2 outs. It's White. And then Washington, if White should reach. White is 0 for 2, grounded into a potential rally-killing double play in the 4th. It is tempting to walk him and face UL, but they're not going to. McLean to the belt. He checks Akins. There's 2 men out. He checks Akins at second base. The pitch home to White. Fly ball in the air to left field. Willie Horton in his tracks will make the catch. That retires the Royals in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Kansas City 3, Detroit nothing. 2, 3, and 4 spots in the order for the Tigers in the bottom of the 6th against Gura. Stanley 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. The pitch to Mickey. Hit in the air to left. That's McRae who will make the catch, and that's 1 down. Al Kaline with nobody out, with 1 out and nobody on. Al hit 287 in 1968, injury-plagued season. He's 1 for 2 in this game today. And he hammers a grounder to UL Washington, who makes a play and throws across to Akins for 2 down. Bill Freehan with 2 outs and nobody on for the 68 Tigers. Pitch to Bill. That's hit hard to White. Gloves it, spins, throws, gets him at first base. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Gura. 9 in a row retired for the Kansas City ace. I don't know. Ace, Dennis Leonard, Larry Gura. Yeah, I'll call Gura the ace. Why not? Top of the 7th. Royals lead 3-0. It's UL Washington, Larry Gura, and Willie Wilson to try and tack on some additional runs. UL stands in. He's 1 for 2 with a double today. Pitch to UL is a base hit to center right up the middle. He's aboard. Gura will stand in with a very speedy UL Washington on first base. Larry Gura. Washington works on his lead. McLean to the belt. Gura squares to bunt. Gura squares to bunt. McLean gloves it, throws to Euler for the force play at second, and they get Washington by a whisker. Gura is safe at first on the fielder's choice, and Willie Wilson stands in. One man out in the seventh for Kansas City. Wilson's walked twice and flown to left. This one's a grounder to Euler. Euler to McAuliffe. McAuliffe to Cash. And they turn it on Willie Wilson. Not an easy feat, but the Tiger double play combo of Euler and McAuliffe make it happen. That retires the 80 Royals in the seventh. It's Royals 3, Tigers nothing as we go to the bottom of the seventh. And the Tiger fans get up and stretch them out. It's Horton, Cash, Wirt, and if anybody gets on, maybe Ray Euler. Horton's 0 for 2 today, the slugging left fielder of the Detroit Tigers. That is a 55, which is a strikeout. He gets him. One down in the seventh. Gura in a groove. Cash stands in 0 for 2 with a pair of whiffs against the lefty hurler. Pitch to Norm. Hit in the air to left. Towards the gap. But caught by McRae for 2 outs. And Don Wirt 0 for 2 with a strikeout on the day. Did not come through in the fourth when the Tigers needed him to with 2 on and 2 out. Pitch to Don. Hit in the air to center. This one's going to be taken by Willie Wilson, and that will retire the Tigers in the seventh. Getting late. 80 Royals 3, 68 Tigers nothing. Are we going to a game 5 with these two? McLean's still on the mound. It's McRae, Brett, and Akins. The Royals desperately would love another run. Hal is 0 for 2 with a walk on the day. Ground ball third, chopped at Wirt. He gloves it, throws to Cash for 1 down. George Brett. George is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored today. Line drive. Base hit up the middle at center field, and Stanley will glove it and throw it back in. Brett's aboard with a hit. Akins. Tiger bullpen is busy. It's Hiller and Wyatt throwing in the pen. They're going to let Akins face, or McLean face Akins. Willie 1 for 2 with a 2-run bomb on the day. He is also walked. Brett takes his lead. Pitch to Willie. Pulled in the air to right field. That's going to be Kaline. Will make the catch, and that's 2 down. And Amos Otis, 0 for 3 with a strikeout on the day. Brett retreats to first base. There's 2 men out. And this one's a ground ball to short, hammered to Euler. Ray throws across to Cash, and that'll retire the Royals in the 8th. McLean has righted the ship. He hasn't had his best stuff, but he's pitched 8 competitive innings. He's allowed 3 runs to Kansas City, but the Tigers have some work to do because Gura's throwing a shutout, and he's retired 12 in a row. Bottom of the order for the Tigers coming up, and I'm guessing some pinch hitters. Oilers 0 for 2 on the day. Almost helpless at the plate. So Mayo Smith is going to look to his bench and see what he's got there. His best stuff is left-handed, and that's not good news for Detroit. Eddie Matthews is going to pinch hit against the left-hander Gura. The Hall of Fame third baseman winding down his career in 1968 with Detroit, an important part of their bench. Eddie's going to lead off against Gura. Checking Royals bullpen usage in Game 3. Dennis Leonard threw a complete game, so everybody is available. All right, Matthews stands in against Gura. Quisenberry warming up for the Royals in the bullpen. He's just started to get loose. Matthews. And Eddie lines a base hit to right field against the left-hander. He starts the inning with a single, and Denny McLain is due. Well, Matthews breaks the 0 for 12 string that Gura had going against the Tigers. Now it's going to be Jimmy Northrup, another left-handed pinch hitter, batting for McLain. Matthews on first. Gura at the belt. He checks Matthews. Eddie's not going anywhere. The pitch home to Northrup. He swings and misses. That's strike 3 on Northrup. 1 down for Dick McAuliffe, another lefty. Gura could be tiring, we're not sure, but he's in command. He's throwing a 2-hitter right now. Pitch to McAuliffe. That's trouble. That's a looper into left. That's in front of McRae, and it's down for a base hit. Matthews will hold. No, I'm wrong. Eddie will. Oh, I'm right. Eddie will hold at second. First and second for Stanley. Stanley is the tying run at the plate. And that's going to do it. Fry is going to go get Gura at this time and go to his bullpen closer. And that's going to be Dan Quisenberry. Give you the numbers on Gura, who pitched 7 1/3 very game innings. 7 1/3, 3 hits, all singles. He walked 1 leadoff batter in the ball game, Dick McAuliffe. He struck out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 men. He allowed no runs, none earned, no homers. To this point, no runs, none earned. Stanley stands in against Quisenberry. They are going to run for Matthews on second base. Or are they? Yeah, they are. They're going to run for Matthews on second with Dick Tracewski. Tracewski has medium speed. I've got a wild pack of dogs that you can hear chasing me in the background. I may need to run very, very quickly. All right, so it's Quisenberry against Mickey Stanley. It's Tracewski on second, McAuliffe on first. Mickey Stanley is the tying run at the plate. He's facing the Royals closer. Mickey Stanley is the tying run at the plate. He's facing Royals closer Dan Quisenberry. Mickey is 0 for 3 on the day. K-Line is on deck. Oh, it's tempting to go to Gates Brown here. It is very, very tempting, but they're not gonna. The pitch home to Stanley. And that's trouble. That's a base hit to right field. Stanley goes the other way. Otis collects the ball. He throws it into second base. McAuliffe gets to third on the single to right. Tracewski scores from second. It's 3-1 Royals now. And there's men at the corners with one out for Kaline. Quisenberry on the hill in a jam. The Orioles infield is at double play depth. Kaline can give the Royals the lead, or the Tigers the lead with a long one. It's 3-1 Royals. It's the bottom of the eighth. One man out. McAuliffe at third, Stanley at first, and Kaline at the plate against Quiz. The pitch. Hit in the air to right. That's going to be Otis. McAuliffe is tagging. He needs a 70 or less to score on the tag. He does, and Kaline's sac fly cuts the Royals lead to 1. It's 3-2 Royals in the bottom of the eighth. With 2 outs, Freehan comes to the plate. Stanley still on first base. There's 2 men out. Freehan is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch today. He has good power. Quisenberry to the belt. He checks Stanley at first. The pitch home to Freehan. That's ball 2. Ball 2 to Bill. He's ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. And he strikes him out. Yes, he does. He strikes him out, and that will retire the Tigers in the eighth. But 2 runs scraped together by the 1968 World Champions. 2 runs scraped together cuts the Royals' lead to 1. It is now 1980 Royals 3, 1968 Tigers 2, and we go to the 9th inning. Checking who's available for the 68 Tigers. Coming up for the Royals in the 9th, it's Porter, White, and Washington. So they're going to John Hiller on the mound. Who is an A reliever at home, which is where he is. And it's going to be Porter, White, and Washington in a furious, frantic, desperate attempt to get one more across, one more insurance run for the Royals. Porter is 2 for 3 with a homer today. Pitch to Darryl. He walked him. That's not the start you want. A walk to Porter to start the 9th. Jim Fry flashing a series of signs. Does he want Frank White to bunt? White is 0 for 3. The pitch home from Hiller. White does not bunt. Ground ball short. Stanley now playing short. Gloves it and throws and gets White at first, but Porter does advance to second base. So it's like a sacrifice. UL Washington and Dan Quisenberry on deck. UL Washington at the plate. UL is 2 for 3, with a walk, with a double. Porter is at second. There's one man out. Hiller is on the mound. And here comes Mayo Smith. He is going to come get Hiller and go with John Wyatt. To face Washington. Wyatt is a B at home. And Washington, with Quisenberry on deck, Washington wants to drive home Porter. Pitch to UL. He walked him. Let's see what the Tigers can do with their bullpen. Wow. A lot of wildness going on in that bullpen. They're going to let, with first and second, they're going to let Quisenberry bat. First and second for Quiz. Wyatt strikes out the Royals closer with 2 outs, 2 on. Willie Wilson stands in against John Wyatt, a veteran. He's used to these situations. Porter on second, UL Washington on first. There's 2 men out. Royals want an insurance run. Hit in the air to left. In comes Horton. He will make the catch, and that'll retire the Royals in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Wyatt pitched his way out of trouble. So, it's Quisenberry back on the hill for the Royals. Jose Cardinal is in for McRae in left field. As a defensive replacement. Cardinal in left for McRae. The Tigers' last chance here in the 9th. They need 1 run to send it to extra innings. With 2, they walk it off and advance to the 3rd round of the tournament. Horton is 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. He has not faced Quisenberry. Pitch from Quiz to Willie. Hit in the air to left. This one's back. Cardinal back on the track. He's got it for out number 1. Ooh, a deep breath for the Royals. Cash has had a disappointing day, and he is stepping in against Quisenberry right now. 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Pitch to Norm. Nobody on. 1 out. And Norm Cash draws a walk off Dan Quisenberry. And now we reach the Tigers' pitching spot. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. We reach Don Wirt, which is kind of like reaching the Tigers' pitching spot. Don Wirt, 0 for 3 today. And John Wyatt, unbelievably, standing in the on-deck circle. But you know he won't bat. So it's going to be Gates Brown to pinch hit for Wirt. Well, are they going to do that, though? No, they're not. They're going to let... No, they are. No, yeah, they are. They're pinch hitting Brown for Wirt. Gates Brown, an unbelievable pinch hitter, hit .370 in 1968. Do the Tigers have a backup third baseman? And no, they don't. I don't believe. So it's not going to be Gates Brown. Nope, it's going to be Wirt. Gates Brown is in the on-deck circle to pinch hit for the pitcher, John Wyatt. Wirt will have to bat against Quisenberry. Mayo Smith and Jim Fry. This is not a battle of intellectuals on the playing field. Bottom of the ninth, Norm Cash on first. They could run for him. They could very well run for him. It's going to be Wayne Comer to pinch run for Norm Cash. Backup outfielder, Willie Horton's glove caddy during the 1968 season. He will run for Cash. And okay, now we're ready. So let's reset the situation. It's the bottom of the ninth. The Tigers are behind by 1 run. It's 3-2 80 Royals over the 68 Tigers. It's a 3-2 ball game. Dan Quisenberry is on for the save, if he can get it. Don Wirt is at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with the strikeout on the day. Wayne Comer is pinch running for Norm Cash, who walked. There's 1 man out. Wirt is up. Gates Brown is on deck to pinch hit for the pitcher. Jim Northrup is in the hole, if it should get to him. The pitch to Wirt. Is hit in the air to left. This is Cardinal again for out number 2. And now comes Gates Brown to the plate. Gates Brown, the pinch hitter extraordinaire for the 1968 Tigers. Here it comes down to Gates. If he hits a homer, the Tigers win the series and move on. If he does not, if Quisenberry gets him, the Royals force Game 5 tomorrow in Tiger Stadium. And it'll be Mickey Lolich against Rich Gale. The pitch to Gates Brown. A comebacker to Quisenberry on a sinker. He grabs it and flips to Akins, and the Royals force Game 5 3-2 in Detroit by beating Denny McLain 31-6 on the 1968 season. Let's go through the totals for you. For the victorious Kansas City Royals, who scored 3 runs in the first 2 innings and then hung on for dear life to be able to pull this one out. 3 runs on 6 hits, and they committed 1 error. For the vanquished 1968 Detroit Tigers, 2 runs on 4 hits, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher, Larry Gura. The save goes to Quisenberry. The loser, Denny McLain. And we have another chance at a Cinderella. Right along with the 1964 Philadelphia Phillies, who advanced to round 3. We have, to round 2. To round 3. We have the Tigers and the Royals facing an elimination game as well. Although you'd have to think Lolich would be favored to win Game 5. You don't know, because McLain was favored to win Game 4, and Larry Gura did the job. So, with all that accomplished. Final score from Detroit, 1980 Royals 3, 1968 Tigers 2. This is Pine Tar Baseball. Find it at ttlbaseballgame.com. ttlbaseballgame.com. I hope you enjoyed this. Please click like and subscribe to my channel for more. Next game, the 1979 Montreal Expos at the 1975 Cincinnati Reds in a Game 5 must-win for both teams at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, or if you're Sparky Anderson, in Cincinnati. I hope you'll join me for that one. Thank you for being here. Have a good day. So long, everybody.